I think he had to stim again. I didn't catch that if he did or not. But he needs to have his stim on, basically. Yeah, stimming again to stay out of the way. If that stim wears off, he gets slowed down so much that the banelings just catch up and obliterate him. And here we go. All these roaches chasing after this little group of red units. Every unit in the red from those stims, and is forced to turn around and fight a little bit. Is running his way back, all the way back there. But in the meantime, he did put that reactor and that starport, and is getting out a lot of medevacs to go with his new army that he's been macroing up this whole time. So I like this play. He's got reactor, another tech lab going down, so he can make more marauders. He's got full bio upgrades right now. As far as the tech lab upgrades, he's got 1-1 upgrades as well. As far as the ground units, and wow, Fruit Dealer apparently feeling that he has enough of an advantage that he can set up another expansion over here, and I like that. I like this position. He can still hold this ramp and then kind of have this secondary ramp as his point of defense, instead of coming up here, which is sort of out in the open. It's a little bit farther to go over here, but then he basically only has one defense point, is this location over here. He didn't worry about this ramp over here, stimming a lot of units and going in. He knew that all those units were there. Well, when I say all those units, there weren't a ton of units. Is he going to cancel the hatchery? He cancels the hatchery just in time. And more Zerglings coming in from the side, but he needs to go around. And there he goes. He's trying to surround those units, but they're just going to load up in the dropships. Most of them. A few Marauders get stranded. Oh man, those poor Marauders. Can you imagine being that Marauder? You're like, hey, wait, hey, there's room in that dropship. Hey, wait for me. Falling back. I'm not sure why I left those Marauders behind, but forcing the cancel on that expansion, a really big deal. That base was about to go up. He was about to be able to transfer some drones over there and get a lot of stuff mining. Infestation pit is up. Hopefully we'll see some infestors with the next round of units. It will be very useful to have infestors. You can fungal growth all the marines. Does a lot of damage. Does a lot of damage to the marauders as well, and keeps them, most importantly, from falling back. Because as you've seen every single time, the tactic of the Terran player has been to attack and fall back, attack and fall back, attack and fall back, and get a lot of hits in without letting these banelings get too close. It's going to be even more difficult now that the banelings have the speed upgrade, and the Terran player is going to go over here and take this expansion with a similar tactic. Oh, the landing spot gets creeped up. Oh, that's too bad. I think he's going to land it and go into an orbital command while he's waiting for some units to go over there and kill that overlord, perhaps. Or maybe he's just going to land it there just for fun. Anyway, huge force in this medevac army running around. A lot of Zerglings and banelings on the ground. We don't see any air attack units at all. There's no Hydrals den. I haven't seen a Spire at all. And here we go. He's coming in for an attack in between the two bases. There's the infestors. Is he going to get some nice fungal growth on there? Yes! Fungals the entire army. Beautiful move. Fungals everything, and now he comes in with the Zerglings, fungals them again. The banelings going in against the fungled army, destroying half of it. Is there enough though? The roaches and Zerglings, not quite enough to finish that off. Siege tank with 2 hit points in the mix, and just a mostly medevac army, just a few marines and marauders left. There's a lot of medevacs overhead, but not going to be enough against that many units. And fungaling and throwing out a bunch of infested Terrans to try and kill off the dropships before they can escape. And oh, they kill off one dropship, another dropship. Oh, it doesn't quite get this last dropship. 22 hit points left on that, but another attack coming in on the other side. The medevac's just flying right over to accompany this new army that's coming in to try and take out this expansion. Fruit Dealer really needs to... Oh, and he had some burrowed banelings there. I didn't even notice. Hoping to get an explosion from underneath, but doesn't work. Still hasn't been able to land this expansion over here, despite the fact there's marines right there, but takes out Fruit Dealer's expansion regardless, so they're still both at 2 bases right now. Here comes a large army of Zerglings to try and wipe this up. I don't know if they're going to be effective against these Marauders, though. Apparently, Zergy thinks that they're going to be effective. Again, leaving a couple Marauders behind just for fun. Picks up those units to get them out of the way. And finally, this Overlord's been killed off. He's going to be able to land that command center, but maybe not, because these Zerglings know what's going on. Their Overlord was just killed, and they're going to try and take this stuff out. The Marines are going to go down very quickly, and is not going to be able to land that. But again, I haven't seen any air tech, any anti-air tech at all. Nope, no hydrosten or anything. So he's still gonna have a lot of trouble with these medevacs. He's got no air control basically, and I like that the burrowed Zerglings keeping him from landing yet even longer. Some more creep going down there to keep him from landing even longer. Really, really, really delaying that expansion. I mean, imagine if this whole time Zergy had that expansion going. He would have an even huger, even more huge rather, army going on, and random SCV in that medevac. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that actually, because then it's nearby, so he can drop it out and repair tanks in between battles if necessary. I'm sorry I missed that. Let's go back actually and check out this little attack over here. Very, very small ramp, but he's going to try and move up this ramp and take out this small force before he can land. Oh man, oh! SCV's getting picked off in the meantime. Fungal on everything. Beautiful move, but he doesn't seem to have... No, he has the roaches to follow up, but they were at the bottom of the ramp, so both the infestors went down without a fight, and were not protected by these roaches. Finally, the roaches come in, are able to clean that up. Very large army, though, is now heading towards the main. He is not kidding around anymore. He's going straight for the main base at this point. And Fruit Deal, I don't know if he sees this coming. Now he sees it coming, obviously. Okay, he saw with his Overlord over here. He stims and decides to, I'm not sure about stimming right there to kill off just the creep tumors, but what he is doing is getting up the ramp as quickly as possible before any reinforcements can come in. The Baneling Nest is going down. Queen going to come over here and just do some... Oh my god. This is his salvation. Can he get these? The Banelings are about to morph in. There they go in. Oh, just obliterating everything. Beautiful, beautiful work. Killing every single bio unit. The tanks are still alive, though. Just a few of them just for a moment. And this might be the point to... Well, actually, never mind. I was going to say to drop out that SCV and start repairing, but these tanks are actually okay right now. Maybe lifting out and getting out of the way would be the best thing to do at this point. But instead he's just going to let his tanks go, and they're finally going to get destroyed by a few Zerglings coming in. Another attack coming in from this other side on the expansion here, and he's basically just getting hit back and forth, different sides, and his third base is going to go down again just as he salvages his main, and look at this single Marine getting killed off by a couple drones. Loses this base over here on the other side. Wow, absolutely brilliant play by this Terran player, attacking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, attacking the main, attacking the expansion, dropping here, attacking the expansion again, just back and forth over and over and over again. A Raven is now out. That's going to be fun. He drops down a couple auto turrets because he sees all these Zerglings come in. 3 auto turrets go down. Is it going to be enough to hold off all these Zerglings? I think it is, just because the medevacs healing these bio units are going to be so much. And he brings in the rest of his army into the main again. Zerglings are going to take care of those Marines, despite the fact that there are several medevacs above, but it'll take them a long time. Wow, actually the last Marines surviving. I thought those Zerglings were going to be enough. Queens now coming in are trying to kill off these medevacs, but just these few medevacs are doing so much healing against these few units. Not enough if there's a ton of DPS when there's a lot of units coming out, but he just can't produce that many units right now, and it looks as if he's going to take the game. Another force of Marauders and Marines coming down to reinforce there as well, and just so much production going on. He's mined out both of expansions, or his main and his expansion, but he's got this going on still, so he is in good shape. Fruit Dealer still mining at one base, though. He's got his Roach Warren up still, so he's able to put out some roaches. He may be able to clean up his main, but more units coming in, more roaches coming up to take care of those, though. They do not have the medevacs with them, and GG coming from Fruit Dealer as he leaves the game. Beautifully, beautifully played by this Terran player, again, whose name is Zergy, apparently. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that game. Very, very nicely played, and it's amazing that he was able to just punish Fruit Dealer back and forth in so many places, so many different times, just basically keeping him so off guard, and Fruit Dealer never had the chance to counterattack. I think it would have been handy if he had, I mean, he was making a lot of Zerglings at one point, if he'd had a Spire somewhere, and had the chance to make a group of Mutalisks to come in here and do some harassment. I mean, look at this. There's no turrets anywhere. Just a single... Well, there's a couple turrets over here. But anyway, point being, Fruit Dealer kind of needed to do some sort of counterattack at some point to throw him off balance and get his expansion going and defended. And was never able to do that. Was just kept off balance the entire game. So, GG. Nicely played. Thanks for watching.